Hey, my name is CJ, and today we're going to talk about Leon Thomas. Now, a lot of people may be thinking, Leon Thomas, the same guy who made Mutt, the same Leon Thomas from Victorious? Yeah, that nigga Leon Thomas. And today we're not just going to talk about Leon Thomas and the sex trafficking operations that operate inside of Hollywood, but we're also going to talk about the patriarchal, capitalistic, and exploitative nature of the music industry, which at this time is a global system of extrapolation, exploitation, and commerce. I will say before this video officially starts that some of the contents that will be discussed in this video may be disturbing. So before I get into it, a trigger warning will now be said.
But before we can get into the allegations of abuse that surround Leon Thomas and those in Leon Thomas's camp, we must talk about the industry that Leon Thomas and his camp exist in, which is the music industry. The music industry is a multifaceted and hierarchical industry, and where the music industry is ran on the basis of a soft capitalist monopoly. As of 2026, three record labels own 70 to 80% of the global recorded music market. These companies being Sony, Universal Music Group, and Warner Music Group. We can see that UMG owns 32 to 33% of all recorded music in the world. Leon himself is under the UMG umbrella, with him being signed to Motown slash EZMNY in a joint venture deal. The reason why we have to talk about the structuring of the music industry is that we need to see what dynamics are at play. We need to see how does one accrue more power, influence, and move up the ranks within the music industry. And where one's ability to move up the ranks in the hierarchy of the music industry is dictated by the way that a person is able to accrue power and influence, and where this ability to accrue power and influence is dictated by one's ability to maintain and create abusive and violent relational dynamics. Let these forms of violence be physical, sexual, or financial. Things such as recording contracts and blackmail are used to maintain these abusive relational dynamics. Well, one may ask, CJ, I thought this video was about the allegations surrounding Leon Thomas. Well, one must have the context of the institution that Leon answers to and participates in to get to the basis on how one can become someone who engages in exploitative behavior and repurposes oppressive logics. As we'll delve into later with the allegations that are presented in this video, we'll see that Leon Thomas and his camp are not absolvable from exercising the same abusive relational dynamics in their artistry. When talking about the alleged sex trafficking networks and allegations of complicity and participation, we must now go on to another figure, Cinematic KP. KP is a self-described quote-unquote director, producer, and storyteller. Truth be told, after hearing the allegations, all I can conjure up in description of him is predator. At the time of recording this video, 21 people have come forth with allegations. Those allegations range from rape to sex trafficking, manipulation, and abuse. One may ask, CJ, how do you prove that KP and Leon Thomas even know of each other and have been around each other? In a now since deleted highlight on Instagram, we can see that KP was present during the shooting of Leon Thomas's video for the song Mutt. A video of that highlight will be playing now. If you peep what I said that the highlight has now been deleted. One may ask, why is the highlight now deleted? Well, I'm here to tell you. In where I think this is a great section of the video to introduce Hannah. Hannah's story in all of this starts when they were just 18 years old. Hannah states that this is the age at which they started to become a victim of KP's network. Hannah to this day is a multifaceted individual, and where at this time, Hannah was an aspiring model, actress, and musician. From the testimony that has been given by Hannah and other victims, we know the way that KP allegedly operates is that he states that he's a quote unquote casting director and would tell the girls and other people that he trafficked that he would get them booked for roles. He would tell the girls and people that he did this to that he would genuinely help with their career and quote unquote help with networking, and where nefarious intentions lay beneath these fake promises and high hopes that he was selling. I will now show text messages from KP that proves that this behavior was indeed done, and he did indeed send texts for positions in music videos. Hannah alleges that KP trafficked them to Jason Martin, who was a TDE affiliate, Khalil Underwood, Daniel Booby Gibson, two unknown men, and tried but ultimately failed to traffic Hannah to Leon Thomas. It has been stated that Hannah has said that the attempt to traffic them to Leon Thomas failed because they escaped. Well, one may ask, CJ, how do you prove that Hannah was in Leon Thomas's vicinity at any given point in time? Well, on August 19th, 2017, Hannah was invited by KP to a dual birthday after party for Leon Thomas and Keith Powers. Video from that night will be playing now. As we can see from that video, Hannah was indeed in Leon Thomas's vicinity. And at this point in this video, I will leave it up to Hannah to also describe what was occurring to them around this time.
There's all these other little sex trafficking, I mean little, big sex trafficking rings going on within the music industry.
You know, one of the people that I believe KP trafficked me to, he has songs with Sage. And then that literally made me feel like, oh my God, all of these abusers know each other.
Yeah,
all of these abusers work together. All of these abusers profit off of like singing about their abuse, and they make money with each other. And
they're all laughing about it.
in these songs, they're literally laughing about it. They're
I
like,
heard guys say
they're-
that.
Yeah, put it. Her drink, pass her to the bro, sell her like car insurance. And it's so evilly genius that they drug women, because it's like, how are you supposed to remember anything? You can't recollect your events. We already gaslight ourselves.
You don't remember it, so how can you speak out about it, right?
People are like, oh, you're so courageous. I'm angry.
The sage that Hannah is speaking of is Sage the Gemini, and where on more than one occasion, Hannah has also named Sage the Gemini as another one of their abusers, as well as KP. Now back to Hannah.
Trigger warning. Did you know that you can be sex trafficked and not even know it? You could go your whole life without ever knowing that you were trafficked. Or maybe you find out 8 years later like I did. Decades later, like many survivors of sex trafficking. They did not know at the time what was happening. And I want to talk with you guys today about what sex trafficking can look like, because it doesn't always look like how it is portrayed in the movies. In film, it's really scary, and I want to talk about it. Sex trafficking can look like someone trying to set you up to meet with another person. But secretly, those two people, the person setting the meeting up, making the introduction, and the person that you're intended to meet with, those two people have an arrangement where you are being sent there for the purpose of having sex. Once you meet with the person, they end up pressuring you, coercing you into having sex, which often results in rape. A lot of times people didn't want the sex to happen, but the person is going to try to make it seem like an organic thing when this was an arranged situation where they knew they were going to try to have sex with you. The person that sent you there to have sex with them, even though you could have had no idea. And if you're raped during this interaction, the victim of sex trafficking, of this crime, a lot of times they don't even make the connection. They just think, oh, like, a lot of times when victims are raped, they don't even know they're raped. So there's just so many layers to this that make it like the perfect crime. And I'm literally like shaking right now because like I was trafficked in this way, and I didn't know until very recently, until I started thinking back on my trauma and educating myself on certain things. And I want to talk more about this because I want people to be able to protect themselves. And yeah, it's really scary. Traffickers get paid to set up situations like this. Often, traffickers will give the victims of sex trafficking, they'll give the woman, the girls, as gifts to someone who they are trying to enhance their business relations with. So they can get paid, or the trafficker can be giving the women as gifts. It's disgusting. You can be trafficked multiple times without having any idea that your assaults were all coordinated. You might think that it was just bad luck that so many people assaulted you, when in reality, you were being trafficked. One of the reasons trafficking is a prevalent issue in the entertainment industry is because people are encouraged to network. We're encouraged to network. And I think people in a lot of industries are encouraged to network. It's really, really scary stuff that's going on, and it's really disgusting because, you know, in my situation, the person who trafficked me, they were framing the people that they were trying to connect me with, framing it as, oh yeah, this is a successful person, you should meet them, you know, you could really learn a lot from them, you know, maybe even make music together, maybe even do this together, maybe you make and then little old me, 18-year-old me, I go there and it results in what it results in. And I'm here thinking, oh, well, of course, all these guys are going to try to have sex with me. Everybody tries to have sex with me because I'm just this cute little model. That's just how guys are. They're all trying to have sex with me. But you don't realize that this was planned. That the person who made the introduction and the person who you met with, they had a plan where it was never about anything other than sending you there for the purpose of sex. And you had no idea. And it's disgusting because it's like they're telling you, hey, yeah, this person could help you with your career. The trafficker is telling you, hey, I could help you with your career. When in reality, it's the trafficker who is reaping the benefits of that connection to that person. And it's really twisted. It's really disgusting. Really disgusting.
What Hannah details, when it pertains to our definitions, perceptions, and imagery of sex trafficking in society, is the contradiction that society and the state rest upon. In where, within society, people will only collectively get behind that a rape or an incident of sex trafficking has occurred once the state has stated that it has occurred. But as anti-statist, I would question the state's legitimacy. What I want people and everyone to realize
is that the settler colonial governance that carries out the edicts of the American state are founded upon the rape, pillaging, and mass trafficking of people, as seen with episodes in history like the Middle Passage. I, as should anyone, should question and seek to find non-legitimacy in status understandings of rape, whilst the state is held up by the constant plethora of colonial violences, let they be sexual or physical violence that the status apparatus carries out on a day-to-day basis. We see that the founders of this country were abusers themselves. They were slave masters. The men who founded this country were genocidal as well and participated in the sexual abuse of their slaves, such as Thomas Jefferson. One must realize that we have to expand our definitions and understandings of rape and sex trafficking beyond the ones constructed by the state.
For it is misogyny and sexual subjugation of women, and especially black women, that the foundations of the American state are founded upon. Before I finish off this video, I want to make it known that Hannah is not the only person to come forth with stories and allegations about Cinematic KP, such as Ariel Lindsay, who has came forth with similar accusations that have been stated by people such as Hannah towards KP, and where we also have an alleged victim by the name of Tiffany Walker, and where Tiffany Walker has organized a fundraiser to go towards alleged victims of KP's network. Tiffany is also in the process of creating a documentary for survivors as well. The links to all of this will be in the comment section. Even though the stories that have been presented as allegations, we must not wait for decrees and edicts of the state to come down for us to protect, support, and believe victims and survivors. And also, at the time of recording this video, all that is mainly being asked of Leon Thomas is to publicly come out and denounce KP, in which Leon Thomas has not done this. According to some sources, Leon Thomas himself has stated that he is waiting for this to quote-unquote blow over. I will leave a thread that Hannah has constructed in the comment section of this video so you all can further research. Goodbye.